Yo, 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 what up, what up? Welcome back, welcome back. This is Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati, and I got the homie Kobe with me. What's good, Kobe? What up?
What's good, everybody?
Yeah, man. Kind of crazy in the household. Family caught a little COVID, got the virus around. So I just took time off yesterday. Was actually gonna cancel again today, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna give the people a little something to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You or whatever. But we good, man. We good. I hope everybody else is good. I got a little piece of hair sticking up, going crazy. Hope
Mm-hmm.
everybody else is doing good, man. Staying safe out there, washing your hands, wearing your mask if you're vaccinated, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Just stay safe, man. Do whatever you think will keep your family safe, you and your family safe. And that's really all I'm gonna say about that, man. I ain't gonna get too politicized or nothing like that, cause that ain't my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not on this channel right here.
Right.
Say that for a whole different channel.
Right.
But yeah, man, today we just gonna talk a little shop, man. Nothing major. Um it's some news that came out, but I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to shoot the shit kind of today.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just kind of want to shoot the shit. Mostly talk about Marvel, because it just seems like Marvel. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I don't want to just talk about Marvel. I want to talk a little DC.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk a little DC. Um, the and I'm gonna start there. Let me start with a little DC.
Okay.
We now have the Flash. Matter of fact, let me ask you this: is there anything that DC is doing that's getting you excited? Is there any excitement on your end when it comes to the DCEU?
I mean, I'm kind of hyped for Suicide Squad.
Okay, and that's kind of where I wanted to start.
Um, the Flash. eh, it just seems like it's gonna be a lot.
Mm,
It seems like it's gonna have a lot going on.
right, I feel the same.
Um, Black Adam could be decent.
Mm,
Um, Aquaman 2 looks kind of goofy going
with
forward
the
here so far.
with the hair,
Yeah, man, and then the villain too.
who's the villain?
I can't remember who it was. I just saw the article, and I haven't even gone back and finished reading it yet.
Uh huh.
Let me see if I can find it, and I'll send it to you real quick.
But I mean, I was gonna say, the hair is kind of crazy. I don't know why they trying to do that with the hair or whatever. Um, so Suicide Squad, that is something that is tickling your fancy, so to speak, huh?
Right.
Well, okay. So I guess the reviews have been coming out. Seems like everybody is really enjoying this film.
Suicide Squad. Right.
Suicide Squad. It's beating. Matter of fact, let me read this. This is coming from the direct. It says the Suicide Squad is beating The Dark Knight as best rated DC movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I don't put a lot of stock in the Rotten Tomatoes. I kind of got into the thing last time about the difference between like the audience score and the critics or whatever. Sometimes they're right. It's not sometimes they're right. It's their critics. You know what I'm saying? They do get paid. We don't necessarily know by who or you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like politicians for the most part, or they're like lobbyists, I
Right.
should say. You know what I'm saying? But you can take this with a grain of salt or whatever. I'm gonna read the article. It says Warner Brothers is just a short time away from bringing its next major blockbuster to theaters with the 10th film in the DCEU, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. The part sequel part reboot has been building considerable hype over the past year, with returning regulars like Margot Robbie, alongside anticipated newcomers like John Cena and Idris Elba. They will be featured as part of an ensemble over 24 DC villains and anti-heroes, many of whom may not even survive for more action after this wild adventure. Gunn had the opportunity to fully unleash his wacky vision for what this team should be on the big screen. After all, the movie permanently stars as anthro- anthropomorphic weasel and a walking, talking shark facing the biggest starfish ever seen on screen. Early reviews have raved at the outing being absolutely bonkers, with cast members hyping up to be one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. This trend looks to continue as the Suicide Squad inches closer to its release date, including a Rotten Tomatoes score that should be seen quite positively amongst fans. Now I'm gonna pause right there.
Okay.
It's just one last paragraph. At the time of publishing, the Rotten Tomatoes critic rating I'm about to say Marvel, the Warner Brothers, The Suicide Squad is a perfect 100 with 43 reviews. Now that's crazy.
Right.
As such, it is currently the highest rated DC movie on the site, beating out the Oscar-winning The Dark Knight from 2008 and the 1978 Superman directed by the late Richard Donner, which both sit at 94%. For reference, the rankings for the Rotten Tomato scores in the DCU read as follows: The Suicide Squad 100%, Wonder Woman 93%, Shazam 90%, Birds of Prey at 78. That ain't bad for Birds of Prey, huh? Zack Snyder's Justice League 74, Aquaman 65, Wonder Woman 1984 59, Man of Steel 56. Wow. Justice League at 40%, and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice at 28.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep. I knew that was really low.
Wow. 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 That is crazy.
I'm still kind of
Uh,
stuck on the perfect Rotten Tomato score though.
yeah, that's why I wanted to pause real quick before I read this any further. 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. How do you feel about that? Does that make you want to see the movie, or do you think it's something fishy? Is it something starfishy going on?
I okay. Well, go back to other movies that are rated really high on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for the longest time that Toy Story was the highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes. It was. It
Mm-hmm.
was for the longest time. It was like 99% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, and then you got movies like Citizen Kane that are like 99, 98%, but 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you got a movie that's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, it should be nominated for an Oscar
Yeah.
because it's groundbreaking film. It's a groundbreaking performance by somebody. It should be nominated for the highest awards.
You want me to read some of these? Now a lot of these are older movies.
Yep. Yeah. Read
Um,
read some of the ones with perfect with close to perfect scores.
because it says the 100% Club and Ode to Movies with the perfect tomato meter score. Three and
Avatar is up
well,
there.
I'm just
Okay.
because it's actually a lot.
Yeah.
Um, got 3.5 minutes, 10 bullets, which is about what you call it getting shot. Who is this? Story which over already let details speak for himself. Come on, show me who it's about. But it's a documentary.
Hmm.
Why is it not telling me who it's about? Jordan Davis. That's who it is. Jordan
Okay.
Davis. Um, okay, I got that. I'll look into it.
Hmm.
Then you have 12 Angry Men from 1957, 400 Blows, 1959, The Adventures of Robin Hood, 1938. Like I said, a lot of these are old. Afghan Star, that's 2009. The Age of Shadows, I've never even seen this. Looks pretty dope. I might jump in. It's a
All right.
Korean police drama. 2016, Anatomy of Murder, 1959. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is old. Let me see. Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Let me see. Deliver Us from Evil, 2006. I think that's about the raping of the Catholic Church, raping
Right.
kids or
Right. Right.
whatever.
Right.
Let me see what else we have. Frankenstein from 1931. These are like classics.
Classics.
trying to see if there's anything newer on this that we would like. Pinocchio from 1940 Disney movie. Searching for Bobby Fischer. I remember that when that came out. 1993. Seven Samurai from 1956. I could see that. Don't know what that is. Terminator.
T2 or the first one?
No, the first one.
Okay.
1984. It's 100%.
Okay.
Like you said, Toy Story. 100%. Yep. Toy Story 2. 100%.
All right.
That's all. Is there another page? Nope. That's it.
Yep.
So I mean, matter of fact, let me share this because that's crazy.
Yep. Think about what caliber movies we're talking about for 100% a year.
So, like I said, I'm gonna start from show you from the
top.
Huge
films, yeah.
Like I said, showing you from the top. These older, classic. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people being nominated for awards and old school directors who cut their teeth and changing the way movies were viewed and stuff like that were made. So yeah, man. For this to be sitting at 100%, it's either this is gonna be the greatest DC movie.
I mean, or the greatest comic.
This would be the greatest comic, yeah. Because matter of fact, looking at this, I don't even see any comic book movies on here.
They normally don't get rated that high on Rotten Tomatoes. The fan score,
fan scores was high, but this is
the tomato meter is normally like in the 60s. I think the only one that was above only ones that were above like 80s and maybe into like the high 80s was like Winter Soldier. Endgame is up there pretty high. I think Endgame is the only one to have broken the 90s.
As far as MCU, well, because like I said, I was reading this and it says which as far as DC's so you had Wonder Woman at 93, Shazam at 90, and then from there it's a drastic drop down to 78% with Birds of Prey.
Right.
Which is still pretty, like you said, that's still high. Zack Snyder's Justice League 74. Then we get down to the 60s, Aquaman 65, Wonder Woman 1984 went to 59. I think that's still fresh. I think it's over 55.
55 is fresh, yes.
It's fresh. Yep. So Man of Steel would be fresh, even though it's at 56, and then you get 40% Justice League, and then Dawn of Justice at 28%.
Right.
That's and Suicide Squad at 26%. I missed that one the last time. Yeah. So Suicide Squad, the first one at 26%. That is wild, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is wild. For this to be sitting at 100.
That means it's gonna be a decent flick, I think.
Yeah. I think so. I think we might be, and I don't know did I say it on here? I think I did say what. Matter of fact, when we talked about Suicide Squad, I think we both said we was kind of excited for it and saying that this could be the movie that because
it propels them in the right direction. Right.
Yeah, it's James Gunn. This is his fuck you kind of to Marvel type. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
Situation. Well, for that period in time when they unceremoniously fired him or what I'm saying, made him vacate the premises, however you want to look at it. This is his big middle finger to Marvel and showing that no matter where I go, I land on my feet and I'm gonna still put out top product. And it seems that he might actually be putting out top product no matter where he goes.
Right.
Like you said, you're excited. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be one hell of a ride, man. I got a little bit more info on Idris Elba's character and the dynamic between him and his daughter. Totally different between Will Smith, Deadshot, and the way his character interacted with his daughter. So it's different, because at first I was like, man, this kind of is the same motivation, same drive.
Yeah, Deadshot.
Yeah, it's Deadshot, but no, it's different, man. This is different. So we have different motivations going on. We got a big starfish. I'm ready, man. What's this next week? The
Yep,
fifth, right?
next Friday. Yeah,
I'm ready. Hopefully, like I said, I always want to. I want to see comic book movies win, whether
yeah.
it's
I
a
want to see
movie, whether it's TV
Steve. Yeah,
shows. I want to see that genre win. Hopefully, this puts it back, like you said. This puts the eyes on DC. Um, because Marvel, I'm not gonna lie, man. Marvel's for me. Now, this is just personally me talking. I'm not really excited as a lot of people are with what's coming up with Marvel. I'm just not.
I feel like they've kind of painted themselves into a corner
Yeah,
with how
I'm.
they
I'm
can move their story forward.
it's. I just hope we got the what if coming up. I hope that keeps me there.
Somewhat interested. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not super excited about that. Don't really care too much.
right.
Um, DC might be pulling me in, man. Like you
Let me
said, we
take
got
the top
Suicide
spot.
Squad.
Right.
Yeah. We got the Flash coming. We got Aquaman. You said it's goofy. I'm gonna read over the article you sent. Um Matter of fact, I'm gonna look at it real quick, pull it up. But oh, it's Calypso, right?
It was.
Mungo.
Yeah.
Mungo. That's right. That's right. That's right. How I feel about Mungo. Why Mungo?
Hmm.
I mean, I don't have an issue with Mungo
Right.
if it is Mungo, but I want to see more Black Manta.
Right.
Don't have him in the back, man. Let me get some Arthur Curry versus Black Manta.
Right.
Give me that. You still got Norn, right?
Yep.
His brother's still involved. Give me Black. What's the other shark guy? Shit. Give me things like I want to see. This is supposed to be the Battle of Atlantis, right?
Right.
Give me Atlanteans fight.
Right.
Give me Atlanteans fight. I don't need to see no outside for other than Black Manta. I don't need no outside forces. This should be Lord of the Rings style.
Right. Huge battles.
Right. Give me that. You still got Dolph Lundgren should still be in play.
Yep.
I can't remember his King that's Mira's dad, right?
Right.
Or shit, I can't think of his name right now. For some reason I want to say Neuron or something like that. But so like they should be giving off Lord of the Rings vibe, Game of Thrones, like what I'm saying. This should be strictly. We don't need to see Aquaman on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need him on the surface unless kind of like with the last movie, they did a little trekking, looking for some kind of lost treasure stuff. Like I can deal with that.
That's just exposition that keeps
Right. That's
going.
exactly. I can deal with that, but this should be totally underwater. He's Aquaman. That's what what I'm saying.
Right.
The whole sole purpose of him being Aquaman is that he's Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? Like underwater fights and the Atlantis lore. Let's dive into that. What happened to Atlantis? Why did it sink? The people, the different kingdoms, the deep. Remember, they wanted to do or the trench. I'm sorry, they wanted to do the TV show called The Trench.
The trench.
Give us that. Yeah, let me get more of that. I don't need why do I need Mungo? That's
Like I said, man, it didn't seem like it was.
yeah, that's not. I might be thinking of the wrong guy. Let me see. It's okay. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong guy. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. Thinking of the wrong guy, but Mungo, tyrant of the ruler of Necris, the Black City. Mungo has a great disdain for surface dwellers, who he feels have no place below the waves. So, who would be the surface dweller? I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't. What was he at
Right.
last time?
Right.
Is he? I mean, and what's his? Is he strong? Is he? I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see. But like I said, I'm still excited. Aquaman to um, Black Adam. I think
Right.
that's their
Magnum opus.
yeah, yeah. If it's not Flash, it's Black Adam, or maybe
Okay.
they go hand in hand.
I think Flash is going to be a big film for them.
Uh huh.
It's going to give them a chance to do some stuff going forward, to do some things differently.
Yeah, yeah. And it should, but
Right.
hopefully this is the only reason. Uh, well, they should already know. The movie's coming out. If Suicide Squad,
Right.
if where does it fit? Aquaman 2, what is it like? You know what I'm saying? Now is the time to start getting the
Tying them
puzzle.
together.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
putting things in perspective, putting things in order, ironing the wrinkles out, making sure this piece of the puzzle fits here. If we are doing retcons, what stays, what goes.
Right. Make it known. Establish it.
Yeah. Now is
So
the time.
we have something to go off of.
Well, I'm saying now is the time. It should have been the time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
yeah, no doubt.
now is most definitely the time. You got one of the highest rated, and I don't know how long it's going to stay at 100%. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you got a movie at 100%, highly anticipated. Critics is loving it. Um, I seen some people with the early viewing saying that yes, this is one of the best DC movies in the past 20 something years.
Right.
That's including the Dark Knight trilogy.
Right.
It's time, DC. It's time. You know?
Time for you guys to put out something that is gonna shift the tide.
Yes, sir.
Make them stand back up to you.
It's time. I mean, you got to think. Y'all was King Dingaling for a while, with
Right.
the Dark Knight.
Yeah, and y'all been getting kicked to sleep for the last like 15 years almost.
y'all had the Academy Award winners.
Right.
Y'all, Oscar nominated movies.
Right.
What happened?
It was a
But I
paradigm
was
shift.
I was reading I guess one of the people who were involved in making those Zack Snyder films said that when they were doing Man of Steel, the Warner Brothers executives didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
They wanted to blow up the scout ship, the Krypton scout ship. This was, I guess, in the early notes or whatever for the script.
Mm-hmm.
And the exec said, why would you do that? How was Superman going to get back to Krypton? And they say that the guy was like, what? You do know Krypton blew up?
It's no longer there.
Oh, man, I was reading it. I was like, I see why.
Yep.
I see now.
Some of these things happen.
They don't. That's just reading. I mean, reading that just makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? It makes you mad, man.
Right.
Reading that makes you mad. How you not know? This is Superman. Superman's been his story hasn't changed.
Nope. And it's been that way for like 60 years.
Yeah. Story has not changed. You talking about how he's getting back to Krypton? There is no Krypton, fool.
Right. That's why he's here. That's a
What are
damn
you-
shame. Right.
What are you talking about?
You
So
almost
yeah, man.
don't even know why to use it. Yeah.
That you know what I'm saying? That's bad, man. That's bad off.
That's very bad.
That is bad off, man.
That's an insult to Superman.
Yeah.
And the people who created him
And
everything
people who
else.
created him,
Yep.
that is horrible.
That's terrible.
That's bad, man. But so yeah. like you said, Flash, Black Adam, big films, huge films should garner the equivalent of what $1 billion is in this um, post-pandemic world or pandemic world that we're living in when it comes to the movie theaters. I hope major success on all those films. I just hope it's not convoluted. I hope it's easy because that's what they need. They need easy, digestible films
Yep.
right now.
Nothing but a too intense of a
Yep.
story to have to follow.
Easy, digestible films. You can come back, retcon, retroact, and throw things in as needed later on.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yep.
give people easy, digestible films. Give people easy characters to follow. Give people characters that people would like.
Right.
Because right now you don't have a character that people hate, and you don't have a character that people like. You don't have that contrast going,
Mm-mm.
and you need that contrast. You need it. You know what I'm saying?
Of
You
course.
you need a likable protagonist.
Somebody that people can gravitate towards,
Yeah.
they connect with.
Right now you don't have that. Well, I mean you do, but you're not
Using.
utilizing it. People like Ben Affleck, people like Henry Cavill, and you gave them the boot for the most part. Those are characters, you know what I'm saying, or actors, people that, you know what I'm saying, audiences like.
Right.
Pattinson, I don't know what how people are going to view him as Batman, but hopefully if he is viewed well, you use that.
Right. Make
And
him
you
the most brutal Batman you've ever seen on screen.
Yep, and you
Make
market
him
the hell
really
out of that.
right. That way people are seeing something different from that actor.
These Latina actresses, I'm sorry, that you cast, Supergirl and Batgirl.
Uh-huh.
You capitalize off of that. I need to see the dynamic between them two all day long. Right now, we don't have a Superman or a Batman other than Pattinson, right?
Right.
And I'm not even counting him as
The
a
main
Batman, right?
right.
Main Batman. So I would play with this Supergirl Batgirl dynamic
The
as
team
much
up.
as I can. Team ups, crossovers. I wouldn't do the Batman versus Superman situation yet.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying?
It's too early.
It's too early. I wouldn't do that yet.
They have to have
But
a reason to fight each other.
yeah, I would have that Supergirl Batgirl crossover. Maybe them, you know what I'm saying, hanging out, drinks. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Believe it or not, showing the civilian
The human
life,
side.
yeah, the human side of them works if done right.
Mm-hmm.
It works if done correctly. So let's change gears
Okay.
and switch it over to Marvel.
Okay.
What's the excitement level for Phase 4, Phase 5?
Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excited about it because it's predictable.
Okay.
We've been on this live stream and pretty much predicted every twist of
Yeah.
every show.
You're right. Now, is that because of the storylines that they're pulling from, and we already know you can only go so far? You know what I mean?
No, because they've proven that they will divvy 3 or 4 different stories into one pot and then just, but it seems like the writing is lazy. It's like if I can think about how your story is gonna shape up and shape out
Mhm.
and ship out and not really even put that much thought into it, just know the history of, I'm saying, the characters and know these stories, to me, you're cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, all you're doing is, putting 3 or 4 different stories in a blender, like I said, and giving a product. And like I said, sometimes the entertainment is good,
Uh-huh.
but Just like I said, the writing is definitely lazy.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that they, I don't know, level up coming up with these, these new phases, uh, new characters that they're trying to utilize, stuff like that? Because I was watching who stream? Oh, the Den of Nerds stream. Shout out to them, Josh. He had Rob on there from Geek Culture Explained,
Yeah.
Comics Explained, and they kind of got into it, man. I kind of wish that I was involved in that stream. That was a real nice stream. But they talked about, things that could or couldn't happen based off of, because Josh from Den of Nerds, he's really into the Secret Wars. You know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
really thinks, or he really wants Secret Wars to happen. Um, and Rob, being the comic guy that he is, was like, it can happen, but he doesn't foresee it happening due to all the things that would have to happen for it to happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
He said he did a video about that.
Yeah, yeah, he did a video about that. But he did say what could happen is Doom War.
Okay.
Um, and when you look back at what's going on with this Black Panther situation, that can
Right.
easily
Slide right into that.
slide
And
right into
yeah.
happening. Instead of it being Doom, though, maybe it's Namor. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? He was like, you can easily switch out Namor for Doom, because he was like, with Doom War, the only thing Doom really had um his hands in was the actual stealing of um the vibranium.
Right.
So, because for those who don't know, in Doom War, Doom basically did, he incited a coup, you know what I'm saying, which allowed him to, while that infighting was going on, allowed him to sneak in, uh pass all the tests to get into the Wakanda vault, and even go up to Bast. And when Bast, you know what I'm saying, because if you don't uh jive with Bast will just kill you, just disintegrate you, whatever.
Right.
So Doom was like, nah, I want to become a god and make peace on earth. And Bass looked into Doom's head and she was like, yeah, okay. That is
Hmm.
exactly what you want. So I'm gonna give you
Right.
what you want. So he got all the vibranium. Um, and that's also, which was, as he was explaining, I started thinking, you know what, that's during the time when T'Challa had died, Shuri took over. And which is, that's what we're getting. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
why he was like, it would be easy to do that right now. We don't have T'Challa.
Right.
Shuri can take over. Namor, he comes in, he tries to steal the vibranium. They can come up with some kind of reason why he needs to steal the vibranium. It's ways around that. He was just
Maybe
saying,
he's stealing it for Doom.
could be stealing for who knows, right? But he was just saying that Doom War would be an easy storyline to pull from, and manipulate, because it won't exactly be everything off the pages or whatever, but
Right.
it'd be easy to manipulate that and transfer. How do you feel about that storyline?
I could see it, and I agree with what he said about the Secret Wars. That might be a possibility, maybe down the road. But
Hmm.
there's a lot that has to be established first.
Yeah, yeah,
So I would like to see it happen. I mean, I think we would see more of Battle World. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, after Doom is, like you said, an established character.
hmm,
This, like you said, that I agree with that being easy, what I'm saying, story to pull from. Will they pull from it though? Are they going to pull from that? I
yeah.
don't know. I don't see it. I
Um,
don't see it happening.
well, right now we're in the dark. Anyway, with no T'Challa, it's
Right.
really kind of, why even do it?
I feel like
Why
that's going to
why?
overshadow everything in the film. It's going to be a
Yeah,
big funeral movie.
and or because they also brought up, like, okay, so you have Namor. Let's say first act, boom, Namor kills T'Challa. Like, nobody's gonna like that character.
Nope.
Or even if they establish Doom and Doom comes in and he kills T'Challa, nobody's gonna like. You know what I'm saying? These are the characters that they want to build from and keep moving forward and have You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't kill Doom is not a character that you kill off.
Nope. If they do, they suicide.
Right. Doom's number five, no, top five greatest villain, comic book villains of all time. You don't
Right.
kill him. He's Darth Vader. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, you don't do that. He's too involved. He's the V in Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
Right.
however you
Wrong.
want to look at it. He's part of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I, when it comes to I've already voiced my disdain for what I think BP2 Black Panther to what's happening. I was on Twitter. A lot of people were saying just let Shuri have it, and with the multiverse we can just get a new and I was like, what? Okay, you're right. With the multiverse we can get a new T'Challa, right? But now you got to explain and do all these, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff as to why this T'Challa is even bothering with Marvel Prime or Marvel 6-1, whatever universe our,
Mhm.
MCU is. Why,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? What's going to make him the main T'Challa?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, you come in, you bring that T'Challa in, but he doesn't have the same motivations as our T'Challa.
Right.
So not only is he an outlier, but why would he even want to fight for this
It's not
universe?
his home.
It's not his home. Maybe have these, okay, they still Wakandans, I still want to fight for them. But that what happened with you, Thanos, and all of that didn't happen to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My Wakanda, we still off the grid.
Right.
We
We
we we
good.
still right. We still don't deal with what's going on with the world. My dad is still alive.
Hmm.
The Sokovian Accords, that I don't even know what that is.
Right. It's not a. It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? I was like, it's too many problems, too
Right.
much stuff you have to explain, too much stuff you have to put into the mind of that T'Challa. Instead of you could just recast, and he still, everything that was is. If you get where I'm coming from.
Hmm. I definitely understand. Like I said, it doesn't make sense to give Shuri the mantle either, because what would she do with it? She's not
Right.
prepared either. So like I said, I feel like any way they do it is gonna upset somebody.
Most deaf.
Yep.
But I think the recasting is the lesser of the two evils, right? You do the recast, and even because to me, and this is just me, this is what I would do. I would do the recast, um, not announce it. It doesn't have to be announced. I can have T'Challa running around in the suit, you know what I'm saying, doing, whatever needs to be done. Or that T'Challa could just disappear, and when he comes back, it's a new actor, right?
Yep.
So you want Shuri to assume the mantle? That's cool. We can have Shuri assume the mantle while T'Challa has disappeared, not killed off, not, you know what I'm saying, any of that.
Right.
He disappeared. Don't know where he's at. Shuri takes over because they need a leader. They need a Black Panther, whatever. However you want to do that, it's still gonna be wrong.
Right.
But
Because
however you want to,
I don't think she would be fit to lead
right? She's
anybody.
not
But
fit to lead anyway. But however you want to do that, y'all want Shuri so bad. Okay, we'll give you this bad Shuri. Not that she's a bad Shuri, but we'll give you this bad Black Panther.
right.
And maybe you incorporate that into the story. Maybe incorporate that she is not worthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That could be one way to do it. But okay, so you do that. Then when Black Panther does finally come back, it's a new actor. And it's not a multiversal T'Challa. It's not this. It's just a brand new actor. I think that works. You got the time to mourn Chadwick being gone, but at the same time, you get time to bring in, and that's why I always said they should have just did the Wakanda series first.
Right.
It gives you time to iron out the things. It gives you time to explore a couple of different stories, you know what I'm saying,
They
stories and
could have
everything.
eased people into not having T'Challa
T'Challa, right.
in that medium.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Ease us into it. You could have, and with the Wakanda series, right? You since you want everybody wants to see Shuri for some, I don't know, I don't even understand why they want to see Shuri so bad. Uh, you can tell people who didn't read it. Not saying that while she was the Black Panther that I'm saying it was a bad comic or anything like that, but you can tell people who never read the comics
Right.
or only seen it, I'm saying, half-assed or whatever, because there was more than just Shuri becoming Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things involved in Shuri becoming Black Panther.
Right. She had to grow. She had to learn how to lead.
And she was a warrior already.
Right. They're all warriors.
Yeah. But this sure is not a warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she is a tech.
She's a scientist. That's it. Can't, yes, because somebody was like, oh, she can fight. She picked it. No, anybody can fight. Everybody fights when their life is on the line.
Right.
Right. Everybody, I pick up a sword, swing it. You know what I'm saying? She's not scared to fight. No. Warrior, she's not. That's two different things. Can she protect herself? Yes. Warrior, no. Black Panther is a warrior king. That's the mantle of being Black Panther means you're a warrior king.
Right.
Or queen or however, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But that warrior is in capital letters.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's not in parentheses. It's not
part.
Right. It's the most important part. She's not a diplomat. Because that's also part of it, being a diplomat.
You represent the country.
Represent right. You're the figurehead of the country. You represent your head of state. That's what you are.
Right.
So I don't know why people want to see Shuri so bad. I don't know why people want to see Storm and Black Panther together so quick.
Mm-hmm. Why? Storm's not even. They haven't even established.
Right. Can we get Storm established first?
Right.
Let that, you know what I'm saying? We can tease that romance and stuff like that. That's cool. Let them have a past or whatever, and tease some things, flirt a little bit.
Right.
But because when I hear that, I hear, oh, Storm has to be defined by Black Panther.
Right.
That's why I was like, oh, Michaela coming in. Oh, that's Storm. Like, nah, she would play a dope. And you know what I'm saying? We both said it. She looks the part, I think. But she should not be Storm. It's too early.
Right.
Way too early. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. You saw the Black Widow. I need your takes and all the Easter eggs and things that I didn't see.
The one that I told you was probably the main one.
Uh-huh.
Easter egg wise. I think that's a MacGuffin going forward. He's sick.
Yes, yeah, that's right. The Ross. Mm-hmm.
He's sick. We know that. I also feel like he is really the power broker.
Yeah, you said that. You did say that.
Sharon Carter is a fall person.
What if the power broker is like a council? Okay. Or you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they're all the power broker.
Okay.
What if it's like that? Because I feel you. Like Ross could be the only. It's a lot of things he didn't know or was behind on.
As far as what?
All right, like Black Widow, for instance.
Okay.
If he was the power broker, he would be into all of that underground stuff, and he's not. Ross is, even though he doesn't play by the rules, but he plays by the rules up until he has to break them.
Right.
It seems like Ross, if he was a power broker, he would have a network of, the same way how Natasha was moving around. She had her own little network. She knew who to talk to, where to go lay low at, stuff like that. Ross should have been right on top of that because he's the power broker. He runs Madripoor, right? So that
Okay.
means he should have eyes and ears everywhere. Natasha should not have been able to get away from him. If you understand what I'm saying, that's what I mean by he was a little bit behind if he was the power broker and what was going on. Like now, let's look at Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter was on top of everything in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It wasn't a move that they couldn't make that she wasn't already there spying on them, seeing what was good. She was showing up at times she shouldn't have showed up, killing people she shouldn't have killed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you're the power broker or when you're this spy, because in order to be somebody like that, you have to dabble in the world of espionage. And I just don't see General Ross as a spy.
Well, that's why I say that I think that he is in charge of that whole situation, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has the people on the ground. So we're talking about Black Widow. Black Widow happens before the snap.
True that. Mm-hmm.
Do we have a power broker before the snap?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, that's why I'm thinking, like I said, we're talking about the fact that we're still dealing with the effects of that. I
Yeah,
feel like that is the MacGuffin for everything that is going wrong going forward. Like I
the
said, we're
snap.
still this right. We're still feeling the effects of that, of the stones being used 3 times.
Yeah, I need to see, and you're right. I need to see more of that.
Oh, I feel like we will. I feel like that'll be jammed down our throats as much as the time travel thing will be.
Mm. And I'm cool with that. Because I want to see more of the snap. Is the snap did it? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? The snap made me snap, or you know what I'm saying. I'm different now that I'm
Right.
back from the snap, or things, or it caused a lot of villains or superheroes to emerge, saying, you know what, I was wasting my life. I disappeared for 5 years, come back. I need to do something different. I need to change my life. I need to, you know what I'm saying. Uh,
Right.
I was once a good guy, now I'm a bad guy. When stuff like that
Uh-huh.
because of the snap. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I like that idea. But let's jump into this multiverse um situation. We got What If coming
Okay.
with the Watcher doing these shows or telling these stories, I should say. Captain, I'm gonna go back to what I was watching earlier. They talked about, and I brought it up. I brought it up before they brought it up. So touche, Rob. I got you, bro. But
Oh, the Captain Britain.
Captain Britain, yeah, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. I got you. I
Um,
watched the video too. Mm-hmm.
do you think with them, you know what I'm saying? Because we talked about it before about bringing Sharon Carter. I'm sorry, not Sharon Carter, Peggy Carter, into the main MCU fold some type of way.
Right.
Is this the way that is this the proper way to do it, to bring her into the main fold? uh is she super, is she a super soldier? Is it mystical like Captain Britain is? What's going on? How do you feel? How do you think Captain Carter plays out?
I honestly think it's of her taking a version of the super soldier serum.
Okay. And Steve Rogers, she goes in. No
Mm-hmm.
Steve Rogers, is Peggy Carter.
Yep.
Okay. Britain is the one who uh comes up with the serum.
Right. Because
But
I mean, it's not what if Peggy Carter was Captain
Captain
Britain.
Britain,
It's
yeah,
what if Peggy Carter had been the one to take the super
take the
soldier
super
serum.
serum. Okay.
Right. I feel like that's the what if question.
Okay. Okay. What now do okay. What implications does What If play on the main MCU?
I feel like it's got a lot of implications. These, like I said, these are just movies they didn't want to make. Live
But
action movies that they, yep, right. They just send them to see, they got the cell shaded CGI graphics and just make it
Mhm.
work. It's cheaper that way. Like I said, They
Yeah.
can tell a lot of stories in over the course of the next seven. Is it 6 or 7 episodes?
I want to say it's 6. You might be right with 7 though. I want to say it's 6.
So they can tell a lot of stories in 7 weeks. A lot of
Who
different stories.
who gets pulled into the main other than Peggy?
Who gets pulled into the main?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and do we get more Watcher after this? And not in the comic books. No, I'm sorry, not in the animation sense, but as a actual live action, deity. Maybe because
after the Eternals are established, maybe.
after the Eternals. Okay, because we don't
After
have.
maybe even they establish Celestials in this
Mhm,
movie. Yeah,
okay,
maybe.
because I was gonna say maybe because just like how it happens in the comics, anytime there's this major event, his face, in any one of the scenes in the comic book, his face shows up.
Yep.
That lets you know that it's about to get real.
Right.
Do they start doing that? And because we don't have Stan Lee anymore.
Right. You just have the Watcher start showing up.
Right.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So then, I mean, are they going to establish the what are they called? Him, the Grandmaster, the Elders.
The elders. Yeah. Well, see, when I remember when the Grandmaster and the Collector and all of them showed up, I was like, oh, they're doing the elders, but we never got that. We never got them being the brothers that they are and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I think either they're brothers or cousins or something like that. But we you know what I'm saying? I had wanted to see that. I had wanted to see Jeff Goldblum's
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster and Benicio
Benicio
del
del Toro.
Toro,
Right.
his collector, them two, you know what I'm saying, talk to each other some type of way, and because they're way, and they got where's XR at when I need him? You talking about somebody who got dumbed down and castrated, you know what I'm saying? To me,
Right.
those was two characters, like you
That
said, they're the elders. They're some of the
they
oldest
both were
beings.
like comic relief.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some of the oldest beings in the universe, and that's it.
They're both a bunch of crybabies.
You know, like I don't, I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, I can see that. Like I think the Watcher showing up, especially. Okay, we going to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, right?
Okay.
And first act happens. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. We get this crazy scene, Shuma Gorath and all of this, and then they cut to like the moon. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's just this big giant headed figure. You
Just
know what I'm saying? Or it ain't even got or his projection. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do it in the comic books,
Right.
how he shows up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that. And it's only for a brief moment. You're like, damn, was that something? You know what I'm saying? Like just enough
For you to see.
for you to see, and then it's gone like a flash.
Right.
And that lets you know that yep, this moment, this scene is big going forward. You know how we always look for Easter eggs and stuff?
That's it.
The Watcher is the Easter egg from now on. He is the determining factor to whether this is a big scene or whether this moment means anything going forward. In the, you know what I'm saying, in the MCU. And he doesn't have to show up every movie.
Nope.
Not every movie.
Just the ones that have the major story.
Yep. Yep. I think that'd be dope. And you know what? I would like to see him or the post-credit scenes is when he shows up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Post-credit scenes, he shows up. And I would like to see him narrate a little bit. Not just the what if, but you know what I'm saying? I would like to see him narrate something else other than these what ifs. Because that's Jeffrey who was that playing? Uatu. What's his name? Who damn, I can't think of his name right now.
What's he in? What other movies is he in?
He was hold on. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right guy.
Okay.
Make sure I'm thinking of the right guy. Jeffrey Wright. That's who it is. Jeffrey Wright.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is. That's is exactly the guy I thought of. So you got Jeffrey Wright with his voice is very distinct.
Yep.
Having him narrate, what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing some ideas out there, but I think it. You know what I'm saying. I think he works as the watcher anyway.
Okay.
So. But yeah, so you're gonna have the collector and the grandmaster in this what if, all being voiced by their character, their actors. Benicio del Toro is the collector, and Jeff Goldblum is grandmaster.
Hmm.
So maybe you'll get some cross contamination in that. I don't know, because I'm just looking at the cast right now. It seems like everybody's coming back. Everybody but Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. Natalie Portman's coming back playing Jane Foster. So yeah, they're getting like the whole band
Right.
is there.
But they don't have to pay him as much because it's
Nah,
just
they don't. Yep. And you know what? I don't know how far that technology has come, but once they start doing the voiceovers enough, they might not even need them.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? For certain things, they might not even need them.
Right.
Like, nah, we got you on file already. You're good. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna tell you this. This is one thing why what if Mick will drop the ball or has dropped the ball. This was the perfect, and maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. This was the perfect way to sneak Deadpool in.
Yep.
I just thought about it. Perfect way to sneak
It
Deadpool in.
could happen.
It could. Right. That's when
I,
it's still.
I really think that that's the Marvel Zombies episode. What if Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe?
Mm,
I really am a firm believer of that.
it's.
That's why they. I'm telling you, man. I think that that's it. I think that that's his little way in.
Mm, it's. I'm like, wow. As I'm because I'm looking at this, these cast of characters and everything like that,
Right.
and I'm like, Deadpool deserves to be on this list, man.
Man, yeah.
It's a what if. Like it doesn't. It means something because we got that multiverse thing going on, but it doesn't mean anything, right? These stories don't necessarily mean anything going forward, or don't have to, as far as what's canon and what's not.
You pick
We
and choose. They pick and choose.
They pick and choose, right? And I think that goes back to what you said with these stories. These are stories that we always wanted to do, didn't get a chance to do. The budget wasn't there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we do this now. We can come back and pull in, like you said, a Killmonger. Pull in a Dum Dugan, or you know what I'm saying, whoever.
Right.
We can
Swap.
pull in all these characters.
Right.
Manipulate. Oh, did you hear? Which I didn't like. They said that it's gonna be. We already knew it was gonna be different Kangs variants, but they said it's gonna be different actors playing different Kangs. That's just a rumor. I don't know how true that is. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? If that's true, how do you feel about that?
I I don't think that. I think when they signed Jonathan Majors, I think they signed him because he could be the good and he could do the bad.
Right.
You know, I
I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
no,
You know,
I
I was
don't
like,
either.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think you stick with what you got. You've established him as this person, right?
Right.
You've established variants, even though you have established different types of variants. But it seems like now you're streamlining more of how the multiverse is ran,
Right.
right? I still do think it's a little bit convoluted, but I do see some streamlining in there. You don't give me a white Kang, don't give me a female Kang, don't give me a dog that's Kang. I know we got the Council of Kangs, right? And
Right.
maybe it could be that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was thrown around in that meeting, Council of Kangs, with a whole bunch of different
Right. Variants.
variants and stuff like that. But I don't know if I want that.
I think we need 3, maybe 4 Kangs max.
Yeah. See, I would like this. This is what I would like going forward, right? Like you said, 3 or 4 Kangs max. Whether it's the Conqueror, Ramatut,
Right.
um,
Scarlet Centurion,
Scarlet
and
Centurion,
then Iron Lad. That's
Iron Lad,
the
right?
only Kangs we need.
Um, but I would like to see if they are having if they do more than those that we just named, them coming, you know what I'm saying, the heroes come in contact with these different Kangs, not knowing which Kang they're dealing with.
Right.
A double crossing Kang, a Kang trying to save the world. Ooh, I got and what this would be so dope. What if Jonathan Majors is Victor Von Doom?
As Kang at the same time.
He's Kang and he's Doom. Remember, there was this one time where Doom thought that he was Kang.
Mm, I think that would be pretty dope.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a stretch, and because that's where the whole we know that he's a Richards. We know that, but
Right.
Kang also is an ancestor of Victor Von Doom.
Right.
And at one point in time, like I said, Doom thought he was actually Kang. So that would be kind of dope. That would be kind of dope if they figured out. It's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot because you've already given us, like you said, 4 or 5 Kangs, and now we're getting Doom, and he's Kang. You know what I'm saying? Like that would kind of
Right.
throw some things off. But if there is a way that they can do it, I'm with it. If they figure out a way to do it, I am with it 100%. Especially Jonathan Majors, he'll be able to pull it off.
I think he'd be a solid Doctor
He
Doom.
he'll be able to pull it off. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. But that's just some of the stuff I seen, man. You know, we got oh
The second Shang-Chi trailer came out too.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And it was more like a teaser,
Yeah, because it was pretty much the same trailer.
yeah, than a full blown trailer, which I guess is good because I guess they already gave you enough, you know what I'm saying, in the first couple trailers that they gave us.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, man. We're within 40 days of that movie coming out.
When is it August?
No, September 3rd.
September? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We'll see a lot more promotion.
See a lot more. Yeah,
So, yeah.
you're right. It looks good. Hey, it looks good, man. It looks good.
I'm gonna check it out.
It really does look good. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. It seems, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out where the multiverse fits into this. Do you think the multiverse fits in to this? You know what? Somebody said it could be with the Wong and the Abomination fights and stuff like that. But let me ask you, what do you see time travel or multiverse type situations fitting into this Shang-Chi? Do you see it anywhere in regards to the trailer? I know we don't have, nothing right now, but in regards to the trailer, do you see anything?
I don't think so, but I don't think it has to.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be divided from that. I think that this is going to be more of the mystic side, or no more. I guess more like the cosmic side, because
of the rings.
Yep.
And the Great Protector.
Right. I think this is going to be more
okay.
of a cosmic film.
So, aliens.
Yep.
Alien tech mixed with old school kung fu, and yeah, man, I'm with that. I'm with that. I think that works every day, all day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When does Feige start incorporating Fox?
Um,
I know we already talked Fantastic Four. We know that's coming. When do you start incorporating so you can build off of that?
I feel like they should be doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're cranking these Disney Plus shows out. How many of these shows are we getting this year total? 7.
Uh, you got three already. You got Hawkeye, and you have
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. What if?
Um, yep. And there's one
That's
more.
six. Oh, She-Hulk.
So 7.
Yeah.
They got 7 shows coming out.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot. But like you said, with these 7 shows, some still in production, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
as we're talking right now. I agree with you. It's
They can
time
sneak-
to start incorporating.
They can sneak the Children of the Atom storyline in anywhere.
Yep.
Anywhere into this any of these shows, and it'll work.
Yeah.
That's why people keep looking for it, because it can.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Falcon and the Winter Soldier come out, I heard that Omega Red was going to be in it 4 or 5 times before I even saw the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
No sign of Omega Red at all.
No sign at all. Yeah. Shang-Chi, same way. Everybody talking Omega Red or mutants showing up Shang-Chi due to the
Nobody
fight.
wants to
You know what I'm saying?
Any side of that.
Mhm.
I saw a video saying Iron Fist could be involved in this film.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I could see it. It's
Yeah.
possible, but do you think we will? Nah.
But
Not till
that's,
they're
you know,
really ready.
but like I said, you don't have to go the route of necessarily establishing these characters, but the term mutant or gifted,
Just start letting it pop up.
right?
Let's plant the seeds.
Start planting those seeds. XR, what is good, man? Great. Yeah,
What's
you
up,
are
bro?
late today. You late today, my
Yeah.
guy. But XR, I'm not surprised, man. I didn't do the stream yesterday, man. I don't know if you missed it earlier. My family has COVID, you know what I'm saying? So I've been taking care of them. And I just been tired, man. Just been tired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to still give y'all something, but this COVID ain't no joke, man. So I hope you down there in I think he said it was in Dominican Republic. Hope you down there being safe, man. Strap up, wear your mask, stuff like that. Wash your hands, practice, keep your social distancing going on and stuff like that, man. But better late than never,
Right.
But yeah, back to Shang-Chi. What were we saying? Oh yeah, they can, like you said, sprinkle in these crumbs, we even with Eternals,
Yep. That
mutants.
should be the main.
That's it, right?
That's the entry point.
That should be the jump off point. I would love to, and you know what I'm saying, they can do to where they don't even have to name they could just show Apocalypse. This would be the dope part. They can have Rama Tut because Rama Tut went back to try to, rule Egypt because of Apocalypse. He wanted to, rule with Apocalypse. That's one of the reasons, he went back into that time.
Right.
This would be perfect. You already got Kang established.
Right.
To show that Kang, that Rama Tut, if only for real quick.
Right.
Him and Apocalypse, or him and some blue shaded or gray skinned person.
Right.
They don't have to say that that's Apocalypse.
Nope. Plant the seed.
Just plant that seed. Shit, was that Apocalypse? That'll get people on the edge of their seat, like, oh shit.
Right. And they'll talk about it.
Man, what would they talk about it?
Right.
Man. So that's how I'm looking. Even with Shang-Chi, it's certain things you can throw in there to especially if we're having this epic this battle, you know what I'm saying, this battle royale type situation. Right now we got Abomination and Wong. What other people, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't be the only super powered entities out there fighting in this fight, because I'd be like, man, all I know is a little karate. They ain't fighting this dude.
I feel like it would be dope if they had Wolverine fighting in this tournament.
Wolverine. You know what? Nope.
That's the way to bring it in. Right.
You know what? You right.
Already has this,
but see,
adamantium, everything.
You doing too much though, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
It's Wolverine, so that's too big. We don't want to go that big. But guess who else? Guess who is Wolverine light? Well, I don't call him Wolverine light. I think he's Wolverine times 2 or better. Sabretooth. That's who you slide in there. Because now you can just have this crazy, vicious, with the claws and biting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Okay.
That also brings in Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Because that also breeds Wolverine.
Right.
Without breeding Wolverine or Weapon X, it's so many, and that's what I'm saying. Him versus Omega Red in Shang-Chi would be dope.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at it, you got Shang-Chi, no powers. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give him some, the chi.
The chi.
You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, he has no powers. He's just in tune with chi, right?
Right.
Who you got? His dad with the rings, Abomination, Wong knows magic. What are these other fighters? What do they have?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
They gotta be able to compete.
This tournament has to be competition laden. Some, you know what I'm saying, throughout.
I feel like this tournament, that tournament is gonna be a good majority of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I think that's what this movie is, and I think you said it. This movie is about finding a worthy successor to get the rings.
Right.
And I think this tournament happens third act. Fourth act is him and his dad fighting.
Right.
Or the fight gets busted up some type of way, Shield, whoever. The fight, you know what I'm saying? It is, like you said, it's majority of the film.
Right.
But there's no victor because it gets broken up or something happens.
Something happens.
You know what I'm saying? Then he has to confront his dad, fighting, you know what I'm saying? All of that. I think that's how it happens. You're absolutely right. I think this is blood sport.
Right.
Or kickboxer. You take your pick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's exactly what this is. But yeah, that's to me, those are the seeds you start planting. You know what I'm saying? Show that there's beings out here that are already powered, already have some type of, you know what I'm saying, supernatural ability or whatever.
Right. Now, do you think we'll see the power broker again because we're in magic form?
Oh, you got to.
I think that it all flows through him.
You got to,
or whatever,
him or her,
right.
Whatever the entity is, power broker being a council, whether it's like you said, General Ross, or whether it's just Sharon Carter. Yeah, you have to have the power broker shows up, or is named. How about that?
Yep.
The power, you know what I'm saying, is named. But I would like to see Sharon Carter throughout all of these films, especially if it's espionage, if it's spy type situation. Shang-Chi would be a perfect place for Sharon Carter to show up. What else we got? I don't not the Eternals. What else we got coming out? Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I think she should show up in Hawkeye. Or the power broker, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think if it's espionage type, yeah, she should show up. More grounded, she should show up. Yep. I 100% agree. 100% agree. But it was something else I wanted to say. Damn, I lost my train of thought and I didn't write it down. I think it was Spider-Man. I think it was something about Spider-Man.
Okay.
I just can't think of it. I can't think of it right now, man. it went away.
Okay.
But either way, where does where does, with this being the last Spider-Man, and it's probably not going to be the last Spider-Man, but with there not being a deal in place after this going forward, how much do you put into the Spider-Man movie? How much does Feige put as far as like storyline and world building? How much does Marvel put into this?
I feel like they were just the financiers.
You think?
They,
Oh, okay.
nope. I feel like Feige had some influence,
Uh-huh.
but they were just. It was this was a Sony thing, just in case it fails.
Okay. So you think that this Spider-Man 3 is more Sony than MCU connected?
Yep,
Even with the Doctor Strange and
that's the MCU connection, but that's how they tie them together. All
Mhm.
the other ones were MCU tied films too, but they were Sony films.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the tie. That's what ties it in. I feel like WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness are all in a contained incident.
Okay.
That's why they say they're tied together. It's a contained incident.
You think it's just one incident?
Yes.
Because that's what I'm looking at it like. What if all this happens at one through the course of one day or something like that? Like Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. All this is the span of 24 to 72 hours.
Okay. I can see that.
Right. Um, and I don't think Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness or Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be as big as far as implications going forward
Nope.
as what we think.
Nope. It's going to be a contained incident on both accounts.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as big as what we think, man.
This tells a little small story, and then boom, we
Boom.
revert back to Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I mean, I do feel like the Sony films will tie into Marvel films more
Uh-huh.
because I'm a firm believer that in order for us to get some of these films that are going forward, and I see like people like Gore the God Butcher.
Right.
We don't have Gore the God Butcher without the Sword of Null. So
See,
the
and this
Necro Sword.
right, and this is what I look at when it comes to the multiverse. Right. I think, and I'm gonna give Marvel. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think this opens up for them to bring in those characters without having to explain where they come from. Right. So, no, Gore the God Butcher. Because we know we got planets out there, but these guys, they're kind of damn near on some from a whole nother universe for the most part. Null is from nowhere, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just from the land of darkness. What universe is that? Where what I'm saying? Where is that in space?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gore is what I'm saying, he goes around killing all the gods. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you explain that? You know what I'm saying? Why? Right. You know what I'm saying?
How?
Right.
That's a better question.
How? What makes him so powerful that he can go and kill these gods? You know what I'm saying? Even when I start thinking about like Jane Foster and the Valkyries and all, you know what I'm saying, situations like that. Even the possibility that Heimdall is coming back, because I've heard the rumor that Heimdall, you know what I'm saying, shows back up.
I believe we'll see Better Ray Bill.
Better Ray Bill, right? You know what I'm saying? So to me, like I said, I'm gonna give Marvel the benefit of the doubt. If they use the multiverse for that, I'm with it. But if they use it to just be lazy, I'm gonna let it be known.
Right.
I'm gonna let it be known. Yep. So that's how I look at it, man. And this is put up a shut up for Marvel, man.
For me, for sure.
Yeah, this is put up a shut up. This is I think this is gonna be they wrote it for 10 years. Success.
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion movie after $1 billion movie. Have they plateaued and now is it dropping down? You know what I'm saying?
Right, the hype train.
Is it right? Is it dropping down now? And I got a feeling that yeah, we're gonna get some good content, but it's not gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? The intrigue is gone. The kids who started with Iron Man, they're growing up
Right.
or have grown up. It's hard to keep an audience for that long. 10
Of course.
years. Now you want to try to do another 10 years? You got to get a brand new audience. Not saying that old audience doesn't stay or you know what I'm saying, goes away or anything like that, but you have to get a brand new audience. Kid, you know what I'm saying? That 8-year-old is now 18. Is he even still into it?
Right.
Or is she still into it? It's a lot. 10 years is a big, that's a lot.
No doubt.
The shows, not saying that they flop, but they didn't push the narrative like everybody thought that they was gonna do.
Right.
Black Widow was a movie like a out of time, so to speak.
They released it because they could.
Right. So put up a shut up. It's that time. That time. All right, let's get into the chat and wrap this stuff up.
Okay.
All right, what we got in the comments? We have XR in the comments. What's up, XR? He says, for me, phase 1 and phase 2 are a great story, CGI wise, but phase 4 and 5 sound boring and uninspired. Let me show that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say boring, uninspired. Yes,
Definitely.
wouldn't necessarily, because I do think they're pulling for some good, storylines in there, some good stories.
They've got some great ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, good ideas. I'm gonna wait and see, but you're right, man. You absolutely right. It does seem uninspired. He says I'm from Dominican Republic, but I have been living in New York. Okay, my bad, bro. Either way, wash your hands, stuff like that. So, did you hear Reverse Flash was on set filming in the Flash movie? Good.
Yeah. That's something we need. Flash needs an antagonist.
Yeah.
I was wondering how they were going to do that.
Right.
Okay. So we're getting Flashpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Flashpoint Paradox. Okay. Cool. That's
Good.
what I want to see.
And I hope they pull more from that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hope they pull more from that. What was the other one that had Reverse Flash where he had been shot in the head? What was that one? I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But if they use something like, oh man, he only had so much time, but he was phasing in between timelines or something like that to stay alive. Like that was crazy.
Right.
That was dope. Let me see. I hope whoever plays Wolverine takes his physical condition and dies seriously, get as ripped as possible, like Hugh Jackman. I don't want to see no fat. They'll do that. I'm pretty sure, because I mean, following Hugh Jackman, you can't come in looking regular.
Whoever the studios they get it to play Wolverine is gonna be cut.
He's gonna have to be crazy.
Right.
He's gonna have to crazy, dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a tough act to follow, man. Hugh Jackman did for Wolverine what Michael Keaton did for Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're the first and you actually do it right.
Right.
It's a tough act to follow. Tough
Good
act to
choice.
follow. So yeah, it's gonna be right, man. It says the actor who plays Shang-Chi isn't ripped and shredded enough to Shang-Chi was based on Bruce Lee was for nobody, nobody cares.
Right.
That's the thing, XR. Nobody cares who Shang-Chi was based off of. Can Simu Liu do the moves? Is he cut enough? Is he in shape enough? You will never get Bruce Lee again. Bruce Lee is 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? Simu Liu, he's good. Let him do his thing, man. Right. Remember, you just talked about Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman was 6'2". Did not look like Wolverine.
Right.
Does not look like Wolverine. Wolverine is 5'1", I think. Damn near a midget.
Right.
Real burly, real, as thick as he is tall.
Right.
So, don't remember, we're not getting these characters ripped strictly off the pages. You don't want that, because you don't want that anyway.
It won't translate well.
It doesn't translate. You know what I'm saying? See if you like him as an actor before you start, destroying him because he doesn't look exactly what Shang-Chi looks like on paper.
Right.
Says, I think Storm will be the first X-Man to show up. I hope they do her justice. You're not the first person I've heard say that. It's a rumor going around that they want Michaela Cole to be the new face of the MCU, kind of like how Robert Downey Jr. was. And with that being said, they was like, if she's going to be the new face, who's the most popular mutant? Storm is, other than Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Storm is the most popular mutant other than Wolverine, and she might have overtaken Wolverine recently. Who knows? But so you're not the first I've heard say that, man. And I hope they do it justice too. Whenever they do bring her in, she needs justice for Storm. We got justice for Hun.
Do you think that she will be though? Do you think?
No, I don't. No, I've already
either.
made it that I think this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Leticia Wright is out. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, that she left.
Yeah, I'm hearing she's out. Not that she left, she's out. Meaning they said, yeah,
get out. Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Which means we bring in Michaela Cole. She's the face of the MCU. We want Shuri, right? She's Shuri.
Shuri, yes, Black Panther.
There you go.
Okay.
That's to my understanding, or from what I'm hearing, that makes more sense than her being Storm. You see?
Right.
That's the recast right there. Or that's the that's the variant. I don't know. However, they bring her in.
I said that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Telling you, man, that's the way they do it. They had to wait. They couldn't really say anything because they had to establish this multiverse first.
Mm-hmm. Right. But yeah, I'm hearing they, what I'm saying, that they're pulling a roadie.
Right.
They just pulling a roadie. Nobody really batted an eye when Don Cheadle showed up, and
I mean, people did, but they didn't make that big of a stink about it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like nobody, like okay. Who made the stink wasn't necessarily the fans. The fan. I don't think the fans made. They were just. Plus, I mean, is Don Cheadle a better actor than
Terrence
Howard?
I can't say that. I feel like they're probably in the same tier.
Mm.
They're both award winners.
Yeah, true.
They're in the same tier.
I think Marvel think that they got the better end of the stick. I guarantee you that.
I understand.
Says, I heard great things about Suicide Squad movie that it probably would be the best DCU movie, but that's it. Very brutal, violent. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, man. I hope it is too.
Mm-hmm. It's got 100% Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah,
it's the highest rated DCEU.
It's the highest rated comic book film.
Yeah, highest rated comic book film. We'll see, man. We'll see if it keeps its rating. I don't know when they lock it in. How what I'm saying? I think what is it, like a week after or something like that? They lock it in,
something like that.
So we'll see, man. I'm hearing good things. Like some of the YouTubers have screened it already, and they said it's rating for a reason.
Right.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited. It's James Gunn. I told you, XR, James Gunn. He deserves his flowers. DC, give James Gunn the reins. Let him take over. Let him do whatever he wants to.
Whatever he wants to do, right?
You know what I'm saying? Let him do whatever he wants to. Am I going to watch? Are you going to watch Dune? Yeah, I'm watching.
Definitely gonna watch that.
I'm watching Dune. And And I ain't even gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest Doom fan growing up. I remember watching it, but uh didn't too much care about the story of it. To me it was just the sci-fi movie, big worms, stuff like that. But now, what I'm saying, with the big controversy behind it after Warner Brothers did what they did, I started looking into Dune a little bit more. And yeah, Dune can be on the level of a Lord of the Rings type situation. I didn't know it had that much lore involved with it.
Right.
So uh yeah, the Dune mythos could be big, man. Could be huge for WB and Warner Brothers. I see why what's his name? Deneuve, the director, Vanel Deneuve, I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the big stink why he put, what I'm saying, and fought against the day and date release and making sure that he gets his money back, because it seems like he put blood, sweat, and tears into this movie, man.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I
Yeah,
am gonna
definitely.
watch it.
It seems like it's gonna be a masterpiece.
Yep. Says I just saw that Marvel brought back Captain Marvel to the comics. Do you think they would do him justice or butcher him and turn him into a jobber? He had been back. He had been back into the comics. You talking about the original Captain Marvel, right? He had been back. But he's only back because she's Carol is looking for certain answers. Carol is playing with magic, literally. You know what I'm saying? Her and Doctor Strange have been hooking up, and he warned her not to do magic, but she's out here doing magic and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons. But I think you should read her story. She's dope, man. I wish that they would pull more from what they're doing in the comics with her, or what they have done in the comics with her, because if you talk about somebody who I know why they got Brie Larson, but it's other actresses who fit that character better. I'm not mad at Brie Larson, but if they wanted to change the narrative, they should pull directly out of the comics. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? With all the backlash that she's got for some of the things, and some of the things is unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? It was a point in time where they was like, "Oh, Brie Larson brushed her teeth with Colgate toothpaste." You know what I'm saying? They just made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, leave that girl alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, she might have said some things that you didn't agree with, but come on, leave that girl alone. But you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Like, pull from the comics, change the narrative, and make her look as badass as possible. You know what I'm saying? Not just with powers, because Captain Marvel is a fighter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She's not just beams of light beams and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She actually gets down.
Yep.
And she likes to get down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Says I just heard that James Gunn wants to direct an MCU. I heard the opposite. I heard James Gunn is done with Marvel, and he says they're boring. He says that the formula is boring. That's what he says. He said the formula is boring, and I don't see that formula changing anytime soon.
Nope. They've got to lose first.
Right? They got to lose, and Black Widow was not a loss to them.
Nope. Because they didn't have it that much invested in it.
Yep. Black Widow was not a loss to them, so they have to lose on something big. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard the total opposite. Says you were talking Godspeed or Ebron Thawne or Salvatore. Oh, when I was bringing up, I think that was Reverse Flash. It wasn't Godspeed. It was Reverse Flash with the bullet in his head. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, you know what? That was Zoom. My bad. That wasn't Reverse Flash. Is Zoom or Reverse Flash? They the same? Professor Zoom is.
I don't think so.
No, it is Reverse Flash. Professor Zoom is Reverse Flash.
Okay.
He was shot in the head by Batman, by Thomas Wayne Batman.
Right.
Flashpoint. But he stayed alive by uh fizzing in and out of existence,
Right.
vibrating. So that would, if they throw that in there, that would be dope.
I would think so.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Ooh. If they threw that into this Flashpoint, what if that Batman that we're seeing, and I think I spoke on it last time, that's not Zack Snyder's Batman.
Mm-mm.
What if that's Thomas Wayne?
And Ben Affleck's playing Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I'm just throwing that out there. What else he says I heard games that James Gunn wants to do a Harley Quinn solo. Yeah. I was reading that, I think, today. That he would like to work with Margot Robbie and do a Harley Quinn solo movie or something like that. He should do it. They should let him, like I said, they should say, you see this studio right here, James Gunn, the WB lot? It's yours, man. Here's the keys.
Take the keys.
Come and go as you please, my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they should do. Oh, you want Superman? Here you go. Oh, you want Batman? Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should give him anything he asked for as of right now. Anything he asked for. Sony keeps season No Way Home trailer, but they don't want to drop it. They should stop playing games. Fans are losing it. They like that the fans are losing it.
Yep.
That means that they have a hit on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes back to what Kobe said. If I drop this trailer, it's going to reveal too much if I drop it now.
Right.
I don't need to drop it until they come out in December, right?
Yep.
I don't need to drop this trailer to October-ish, November time. You're not going to see this trailer, I'm telling you, at least a month and a half. They're going to drop another teaser. It's going to be like another title scene or something like that. Those are the teasers you're going to get. Coming soon. You know. But nah, don't expect that trailer to come anytime soon. Says that's the problem. Marvel feels all the same. The only difference movies are Captain America 1 and 2, Iron Man 1, and Incredible Hulk. Yep. Yeah. And that was because those, hate to say it, those were not Disney movies. At least I don't think. When did Disney came in? What, Avengers?
Yep.
So yeah, those were not Disney movies.
No, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Okay, Iron Man 2. But they were probably still operating as an independent studio at the time. Even though Disney came in,
right,
the execs probably hadn't got their grips in yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, he says Eobard Thawne is also Thrawn is also Professor Zoom, but untreated of super speed, he slowed down. Correct. Yep, he slowed down time. It was dope, man. If they do that, that'd be dope. That would be. I'm trying to tell you, man. That would be dope. James Gunn should do Superman or Green Lantern. I think Green Lantern, and maybe you even bring back Ryan Reynolds. Yep. You know what? He should do Green Lantern Corps, though.
I think so too.
Yeah.
As a nice buddy cop film.
Mm-hmm.
Like Police Academy style.
Yeah.
I think that would be dope.
Matter of fact, and you have you said Police Academy.
Right.
You have him going through the training.
Yep.
Ooh, that'd be a nice, fun film.
You think they do Hal Jordan?
Yeah. I think you do Hal Jordan. Because okay, this is what I would do. I forgot how many Green Lanterns per sector it is, but okay, you do Hal Jordan going through the Corps, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, on some Police Academy stuff. You come back next film, or you tease the arrival of
Jonathan Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Now he and Jonathan Stewart, like you said, on the next film is a buddy cop film. You know what I'm saying? Stewart being the rookie and Hal Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'll work. I think that works.
Who's Jonathan Stewart to Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan?
Ah, that's a good one. Michael B. Jordan. I don't know, man.
Nah, yeah, he can't
I'm
put him
trying to
everywhere.
think. Yeah, he can't be in everything. Trying to think of somebody who, because Stewart being a Marine, he's straight, straight laces they come.
Because
Um,
they've stuck Ryan Reynolds with Denzel and it worked. They
yeah,
stuck it with
Samuel Jackson is
Samuel
work.
Jackson. It worked.
You have to find somebody. Shit, it's not enough of these. It's not enough new blood to play that. Not Jonathan Stewart. Like,
Right,
his new blood out there, but to play Jonathan Stewart, I don't know.
right, to make him look young.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, man.
Yeah, too old.
Hmm. Ah, let's see. Answer a couple more of these and then we'll wrap it up. He says they will probably drop it on Shang-Chi. Yeah, I could see them dropping it on Shang-Chi. I can see that. Who do you think could play Cyclops? Um,
That's a tough one. I
yeah,
don't
that's just
really know.
as tough as John Stewart, huh?
Right.
I don't think you need
You don't need a big actor.
yeah, you don't
Someone
need a big actor. I think you get, I need to watch some of these Disney teenage shows. Um, Whoever the jock is, you know what I'm saying, on there. Something like, I think somebody, whoever, because those guys, they be in their 20s, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, I think you figure out, you look at stuff like that, Nickelodeon, look at some of those teenage shows.
Right.
Um, and I think that's where you pull from. As a matter of fact, I mean, look at Zendaya. I know some people say they don't like it, but Zendaya killing the game. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? She
Everywhere.
everywhere. So I think you pull from the talent pool you already have, um, especially a character like Cyclops who already didn't get any love. This would be the opportunity to not only build up that teenage talent, teenage slash 20-year-old talent, but it's also the opportunity to build up the character of Cyclops. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? So it's like a 2-for-1 win
Right.
when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. They should do a Gambit solo movie with Rogue and how they fell in love. Nah, it's too early.
Yep.
It's too early. Rogue was a bad guy for a while.
Right.
She was a bad guy for a while. Gambit also bad guy. So nah, too early. And everybody loves Gambit. I think he's overrated, but I get it. I understand. But too early. If anything, if anything, we spoke about Sabretooth showing up in Shang-Chi. If you want Gambit could show up in Shang-Chi. That would be right up the alleyway of Gambit. Thieves Guild. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's trying to steal the rings. That's why he's there as a, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that could work.
Right.
That could work. I hope the X-Men isn't the same comedy formula like other MCU movies. I think I'm gonna tell you this. I know I said that I don't think the formula changes. I think you're gonna get different movies. Don't necessarily have showrunners, they just have like executive producers. I think Kevin Feige is gonna start uh bowing out sooner or later. Right. I think you get a different producer or executive producer, president, not president, but executive producer. And I think Kevin Feige stops being as hands on down the line. So when X-Men comes, Fantastic Four, all these new entities, I think you're gonna have other people running that because the X-Men can be its own, you know what I'm saying, damn near operate on its own without anything that Marvel is doing anyway. Right? So that's how I'm kind of how do you feel about that, Kobe? What you think?
I I agree because they have their own they're their own entity. They cross over with other major stories
right,
as a unit.
as a unit, but they're their own
Right.
world
Universe.
for the yeah, for
Right.
the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
Uh,
don't. They're their own film franchise.
yeah. So I can see that happening. And and I'm gonna tell you this, that formula does not work for X-Men.
Nope.
It doesn't work for X-Men. So um because remember what the X-Men are. The X-Men is about racism.
Yep.
That's all. That's the premise of X-Men is racism. It's not about forming a team and stopping what's going, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. They do
Right.
that,
They
but
do
that's
that.
not right. But that's not what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what. That's why when a lot of people got mad that what I'm saying, the title might be called The Mutants, but it makes sense
Yep.
if you stop and think about it, to not even have the title The X-Men, but you start off with The Mutants and you build that, how mutants are looked at and frowned upon, and you know what I'm saying, and you build that world up, and then the X-Men are here to protect mutants.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna fight for humankind too, but we're here for mutants,
For our people.
for our people. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I look at it, man. That's how I look at it. Says Michael J. White is Stewart too old, man. And we all, Michael J. White can fit any black. Hate to say it, he could fit damn near any black superhero role
Easily.
easily. You know what? They should tap him for Icon. Icon is old. He has the gray hair. Stuff like that. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? If I'm DC, I already have a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? I use him a lot. I use his voice in the cartoons. He's been Bronze Tiger already for me on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? I tap him in and I say, hey man, you want to play Icon? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that works. I think that works. See, they need to pick a boy who will grow up to be 6'2" for Cyclops. Movie magic will make him 6'2" if not.
Easily.
Movie magic will make him 6'2". Do you think they will introduce Sentinels now? Not yet.
Not anytime soon.
Not yet. We ain't even got mutants yet. We gotta have a reason for Sentinels to be around.
Right.
Right now we don't have none. Says Grand Theft Los Autos. What's up, man? Says, do you think Morbius should be in Tobey Maguire universe to give Tobey more screen time? Be in Tobey Maguire universe to give Tobey more screen time.
I'm pretty sure that's where he'll land.
Who, Morbius?
Yep. And the Sony Spumsy. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think he's saying in Tobey Maguire though, like in Sam Raimi verse. I think that's what he's.
How do we know
asking.
that that's not what this is already? The
True.
Spumsy. That's what I'm
Spumsy,
saying.
yeah.
We don't. They not haven't established what universe they're in.
Yeah, true.
The movies have been generic.
Generic, yeah. Just
That's a plug and
that's a
play.
good question, man. That's a good question.
That's why I feel like the Raimi verse is gonna be the whole thing going forward. The whole Spumsy.
Spum C is the Raimi verse, huh?
Yep.
That's a good question, Grand Theft. We got to see. Kobe makes a good point, man. We got to see. I guess we just got to wait and see how they define the Spum C. Once we figure that out, we'll see where Morbius lands at. Hell, we'll see where Tobey Maguire lands at.
Well, they even say Toby's supposed to be in Doctor Strange too. I've heard that a few times.
They doing too much, man.
Right. I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, they doing too much.
Right.
Let's see. X-Men could be as popular as the Avengers. They're even more popular by. My mother doesn't know who the Avengers are, but she knows. The X-Men are more popular than the Avengers.
Big
Not
time.
can be. They are. It's just now with the MCU getting as big as it's gotten, and they didn't have the opportunity to do the X-Men. But remember, the X-Men were still damn near $1 billion films while Marvel was doing their thing. Yeah, the quality was going down, the writing got bad, but they were still making major money. Fox was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were still kicking ass, taking names. You know what I'm saying? So people know who the X-Men are. People know who Wolverine are. All those characters, and that's another thing too. Like, there's no real reason to change the aesthetics of some of these characters because they're so established in the world. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine is what people know. Wolverine is. People know Jean Grey, the memes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the X-Men live on through pop culture. You know what I'm saying? From the cartoon to the Fox movies. Like, X-Men is big, man. X-Men is big. Says the mutants sound generic. Yeah, but that's the point. To me, or at least to me, it is. It's the point. It's generic. You see what I'm saying? It's the equivalent. It's a race, right? The mutants. That means I could bring any mutant up. I can tell the story of the Dazzler if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I could tell the story of Leech. You know what I'm saying? I could tell that all these mutants, Mr. Dazzler, huh?
Sorry, you're good.
Oh, I could tell all, you know what I'm saying? So the mutants, yes, very generic with major possibilities of stories that I can tell within just that one movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Do you think Wolverine will be as violent and brutal in the MCU? Yes, I do. I think he's going to be more brutal. I think he's going to be more broken. I think we're going to get all of that. We're going to right now. Think about what's in mental illness is in. PTSD is in. This is the best way to do a PSA for depression, PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Mental anguish. Wolverine is the walking mental
embodiment.
Illness. Yeah, this is a way for trust me. He's gonna be violent. He's gonna be brutal because they want to show that side of mental illness. So yeah, it because that's what's wrong with Wolverine. He's mentally ill. Mentally ill. Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Yeah, the MCM. Yeah, I saw that. Says I just got some scenes for Ant-Man 3 today. I just shot some scenes for Ant-Man 3 today. It's great. You're the one who said that you what the Grant? Didn't he say he had somebody work for CW, right?
No, that was Caleb.
That was Caleb. Grand Theft, what do you do, man? Hope you ain't trolling. What what do you do, man? If you just shot some scenes, tell me what's up. Tell me what's up. Who you think can play Beast? The same guy. The same guy from the last one who played Beast.
Oh, what's his name?
Jack and the Giant Slayer, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of his name right now, but yeah. Anybody could play Beast. It's CGI. If they go that way, you know what I'm saying? If they do original 5 Beast and just have, you know what I'm saying, I still think you can do anybody. You get somebody who's buff, not cut up, you know, just a big body, you know what I'm saying? Tall guy. But I say anybody. Says Wolverine versus Hulk is a dream come true. Yeah, I think we're gonna get that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's how I think you will get Wolverine and Hulk fight. Cause why not?
Yeah.
You know, that's money. And it should last for 3 acts.
No doubt. It should be just a Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh man, yes. It should last for 3 acts. You should get first act should be the Hulk terrorizing the Canadian mountainside, destroying shit.
Right.
Toronto, Vancouver, well, I don't know, just Canada, right? Tearing it up. That's the first act. Then they say, we got to call in the big guns. Department H calls in the big guns. Who shows up? None other than Wolverine himself. Wolverine tracks him. They start fighting, and they don't stop fighting. They don't stop.
Then they team up to fight a bigger enemy at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie. But they all to fight the bigger enemy, they are tore up.
Yep.
Oh man, you talk a dream come true. That would be the shit.
Just dope.
That would probably be a time. That would, you talk about 100% tomato meter. They wouldn't even care about dialogue or anything like that. Just the Hulk and Wolverine fighting, tearing each other up, blood and green blood, red blood. Oh man, Wolverine stabbing Hulk in the head and cutting his eyeball. You know what I'm saying? That'd be shit. That'd be crazy. You talking about brutal and violent? That's the way to go.
Right.
That's the way to go. Yep, I'm with you. Why not? I'm with you. I always hated that. Not and not to be like homophobic or anything, but it had nothing to do with it. Yeah. Right. Just out of the blue. I ain't like that. I didn't like it. Who do I have for Professor X? I don't know, because are we still, it just depends on what's his motivation.
When are we getting introduced to them? What part of his life?
What part of his life? And I'm gonna just keep saying, what's his motivation? What brings him to start the X-Men as an academy for young gifted students? What does Magneto look like? What's his motivation? These are things that I need to see. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why you get the mutants established first, and then you bring in the big guns, the Professor X's, the Magnetos, the Wolverines, Storm, Cyclops, all of the big players. But you establish the mutants, Jubilee. I hate to say it, Jubilee would be the perfect star for the mutants. And bear with me, but you got this mall rat or whatever she would be now, right? And her story is the story that we follow. Being chased, you know what I'm saying? You got this Asian American, because it fits with society right now, right?
So
you got
kind of like Generation X type.
No, this would be pre-Generation X. This would be how she was actually found by the X-Men. She was living in the mall. She had ran away from home, was living in the mall. She came across Storm, Rogue, and they were just having a girls' day or whatever. Sentinel show up, you know what I'm saying? They save her from the Sentinel, stuff like that, right?
Okay.
But you don't have to have those heavy hitters in. We're just following Jubilee. Like you got Jubilee, I get what you mean by Generation X. Yeah, some of those young mutants.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But Jubilee is the face. She's the one that we're following her story. Jubilee come across all these different type of mutants. She's on the run from the government. You know what I'm saying? Not Sentinels, because we don't have that yet. And like I'm spitballing, but to me, you do something like that, and that character can now be ingratiated into the big scheme of things. She joined, you know what I'm saying? Now we have a reason for her to join Xavier's school for gifted students and stuff like that, because we got to have a certain way to explain all these things, right? What better way than to have that Jubilee be the reason? Or if not Jubilee, Shadowcat or Kitty Pryde. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel you use a storyline like that to grow or world build. You see what I'm saying? I think you use because Jubilee is people don't like her, but she's a very, very, very popular character, right? Kitty Pryde, hell, that cartoon that came out in the 80s, you can damn near use that and throw it and make it into a movie. You know what I'm saying?
To the Kitty Pryde storyline.
Yeah, that the Pride of Kitty. What was it? The Pride of the X-Men. I'm sorry, which was
Okay, right.
that came out. It came out before the animated series came out. Okay, okay. Last XR, I'm gonna answer these last four and then we gotta wrap, my guy. So he says, I hope they don't make Mystique the main focus. Nope, they that's where they went wrong at. That was horrible. Mystique is a villain through and through. Even when she's working on the side of good, she's a villain. Always plotting, scheming, and I hated that they did that. Hated that they did that. She's cool, but Fox did her too much. X-Men could be the greatest thing in cinema. Even if Marvel and Kevin Feige move their cards well, do the right move the cards well and do the right cast and story. Yeah, X-Men. I foresee. I don't know what Kobe, how you feel that X-Men will end up being bigger than the Avengers storyline?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see that. Who you think can play Sabretooth? I think you go back and you get Liv Schreiber, man. I just think he was dope. I think they should have added a little bit more viciousness, gruffness to him, but he played Victor well, man. He played it well. And it was that side of Victor that, because we always see the murderous, just, we don't never get Victor is smart. We always get the dumb animal type, but Sabretooth is far from dumb. He infiltrates S.H.I.E.L.D. He takes over, he overthrows governments. You know what I'm saying? This dude is the ultimate bad guy.
Mercenary,
right. You know what I'm saying? He's far from dumb. He's just not a killer. Let me tell you about. Yes, he is a killing machine. Yes, he kills for fun. Yes, he likes to taste the blood. Yeah, but if you need him to break into some high-tech facility, he can do that. You need him to fight ninjas, he can do that. You need him to be a spy, he can. He's the ultimate. He's that's why I keep saying he's Wolverine times 10. He's the ultimate Swiss Army knife.
Right. Wolverine is just a brute right in front of you.
Yeah.
Not really any tactical advantage. Nope. None of that.
And that's another thing too. They always say, who will win between Wolverine and such. But if you took away Wolverine's adamantium and healing factor, he wouldn't last anywhere.
He'd be broken.
Right. He would be. His style of fighting is based off of getting hit or being able to take said hit. You know what I'm saying?
He's not even he's like a tier 2.
Yeah.
Not even like a tier 1.
Says, I hope they make Magneto badass and ruthless. I agree. But I think they go the anti-hero route because it's right now it's working so good in the comics. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they changed that up. Says Fox didn't use Sabretooth right. They used him just for fighting. I agree.
Tyler Mane
as
Sabretooth. Didn't work anyway.
Nope. But yeah, man, XR and Grand Theft. I appreciate y'all joining in. Got to wrap. We did 2 hours, man. I was not planning on doing 2 hours, man.
Right. No doubt about that.
I was not planning on doing 2 hours, but I appreciate y'all for coming through. Kobe, I appreciate you for joining too, man. Because you didn't have to do it. I almost canceled, but I wanted to give y'all something, and hopefully I should be back tomorrow night. Hopefully they don't run me through the mud with, I need, can you do this for me? Can you? Because that's what I'm getting.
Right.
Can you do that? So I'm tired too. You know what I'm saying? I know they tired and they got COVID or whatever, but I'm tired because I do go to work. I go to work, I come home and I try to help around the house and everything like that. So, But tomorrow we should be back, same bat time, same bat channel. Kobe, you got anything you want to put out?
I'm good. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow, man. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Everything is everything. See y'all tomorrow.
Be safe.